G'day, Spice Legends. Welcome to Burn and Bites Down Under, the hottest show down under. I'm joined here by old Skinny Steve. Skinny Steve's here. He's got his mask. Smart Steve. Look, come down. You don't have to wear your mask, mate. So we're inside. We're housemates, all right? Okay. Wait. Look, I know you think this is funny. He thinks this is funny. It's not funny. All right. Put it away. Anyway. All right. Calm down, Skinny Steve. It's okay, mate. We're going to be okay. Anyway, Spice Legends. We're going to be joined today by Tom Russell from Uncle Mungos. You might know him as Uncle Mungo himself. The man makes some amazing hot sauces, so well balanced, so much heat as well at the same time. So let's get the crazy spice legend here in the studio. G'day, Tom. How you going, mate? Tom Russell.
Hey, bud. How you going?
Good legend. How you feeling there all the way down near Melbourne, mate? Is that right?
Yeah, good, mate. Good. It's a bit hot today, but going well. We're out of lockdown, have been for a little while. So yeah, it's all going well.
Yeah, you guys bloody copped their lockdown pretty hard, mate.
Yeah.
I think harder than most people, and I think you guys even got a curfew at one stage. How did it feel being a grown man having a curfew?
Well, I'm married and I have kids, so I've always
you already know what it feels like.
I've always got a curfew. But I mean, I went not too bad. I mean, nothing really changed that much for us. I couldn't go out at night, but I don't really go out anyway. I only go shopping once a day, and I only ever went shopping once a day, so wasn't that bad.
Yeah. And look, you sound like a bit of a head down, bum up kind of fella anyway. Like you sounds like you're always a busy bloke. So, it's obvious. It's pretty obvious that you're just never stopping. So, I just thought I'd ask you, matey. For the people that don't know who you are, which is very few and far in between in the chili world now, just give you a bit of introduction. Tell yourself to who you are and what you do, mate. So we all know.
Yeah. So I'm Tom Russell, aka Uncle Mungo. I live in Melbourne. I own my own hot sauce business, Uncle Mungos. I make tippy top quality sauces. If you don't like it, if you don't like the sauces, I will give you money back. That is how confident I am of my products.
That's a hell of a boast. And look, I've tried quite a few of yours yourself, matey. I've got to say, the wing sauce is to freaking die for. Like that wing sauce is just so legit. And again, like I think one of the things why I got to compliment you so much is it's so easy to be a guy that does flavor. It's so easy to be a dude that does heat, but you do both. You somehow work this balance, and that's really rare. That's few and far in between, matey. So I've got to give you kudos for that one, mate, because that's
Thanks,
what we like
mate.
to do. No,
you're going to make me blush.
Stop it. Keep going. That's the way, matey. So, you obviously know a bit about what's going on here, matey. We've got the old fire trial here. I'm rocking a bit of steak. Just cook me some steak, a bit of Scotch fillet there, guys. I'll push this down so you can see it a bit better. There we go. And obviously we whack on the 12 different sauces there, matey. But you've got a very good very awesome fire trial of your own there, mate. So, want to show us what sauces you got there, mate?
Yeah. So, I've got a few of mine here. A couple are out of stock at the moment, but I think it's a perfect opportunity for me to share a couple of my favorite sauces, because like I love my stuff, but actually there are a lot of really good quality artisan sauce makers in Australia. So I've got, from my range, I've got my Chipotle barbecue, which is a 3 out of 10 heat rating. I've got my awesome. I've got my habanero ketchup, which is a 5 out of 10. This one actually took out first place in the 2020 Mr. Chili Awards in the tomato category. I've got my Butjalokia barbecue, which just people go bonkers for. This
fantastic, mate. Yeah, I'm a barbecue fiend, and mate, that pressed my secret button now.
Yeah. Well, this one actually took out first place in the International Flavor Awards. So I can
see why.
Yeah, internationally recognised as a great product. I've got my garlic Butjalokia. Look, they're all popular. So my garlic Butjalokia. I've got my mango reaper. This is my OG recipe. This was the recipe that that started the whole business. I've got my blueberry scorpion, which originally was a limited edition. I brought it out under a Heisenberg label from Breaking Bad, and
Oh
and
yeah, that was awesome.
yeah,
That's all right.
and that one, there was actually a petition to get me to bring it back. People loved it that much, so I'll give the people what they want. I've also got my top shelf, which is
Yeah,
rated at
that's
13
really
out
good
of 10.
too. That's good
Yeah,
too.
another award winning there. Took it out in the 2020 Mr. Chili Awards. I've got my COVID-19.
Yeah, I've got myself one of those now. That's permanently been whacked into the fire trial there. Again, like I said, like this is, I think it's 1.9 or pretty close to 2 million Scoville. It's got quite a fair bit of heat. Well, that's what I feel like. I wouldn't say exactly, but for the amount of heat it's got in it, it's such a good flavor. It really is.
Yeah. And then as well, I've got.
You see what Kylie said there, mate?
No, Kylie. Like,
Is that a yeah, nah? Is that a yeah, nah?
Nah. Yeah, nah. Yeah, nah. No. And then, to finish off with, I've got 3 of my favorites. I've got a cat walking in front of me. Excuse me. Sorry. Oh, wait. I've got hillbilly chili, extra hot sweet chili sauce. If you haven't tried this, get on them. It is just next level good. I've got Kilty's PK barbecue, another one of my favorites.
Love me some Kilties.
Yeah, and then Gods of Sauces, Korean hot sauce.
Yeah.
So yeah,
good stuff, mate. All right, buddy. Well, let's jump into it. And let's get the obvious stuff out of the way. I think look, the first thing I wanted to kind of ask you, and it seems a bit cliche, but let's just ask anyway. What was your first chili experience, matey? Because like everyone seems to have their first one. Let's delve into that one. What was your first chili experience? But before you do, what are you going to try there? I'm going to try salubrious pork from Chili Sweet. I have absolutely died and gone to heaven with this flavor. This is like a smoky kind of, imagine smoked pork, right? And it looks like baby food, but it doesn't taste like baby food. It tastes it's got a great texture to it, and it smells as good as it tastes. It's freaking ridiculous. So they've told me that's on the fire trial now this season.
Yeah,
it's 2021.
Nice.
Yeah, mate.
I'm gonna start with my Chipotle barbecue, probably the mildest one out here, and I'll work it up. So
good one.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
no worries, buddy. Well, cheers, mate.
Cheers. So, my first experience with chili, it was probably my wife bought me a bottle of Bunsters Esterbed. Yeah, because just purely for the label. Renee Bunster is great at marketing.
Now, are you not swearing because of the kids, or you're not swearing because of the show? Because you can swear on my show as much as you want, mate.
All right, sweet. Cool.
Just don't say cunt. I mean, shit, with what?
Yeah. So, the wife bought me a bottle of Bunster to shit the bed because just purely because of the label. Renee is fantastic at marketing, and that got me the bottle. I fell in love with it because it had a great heat and a great flavor profile to match. But then I couldn't really justify spending 17 to $30 on a bottle of hot sauce when I can make it myself. So yeah.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Like, there's some good hot sauces out there, but like it's so easy to blow not just a wad of cash, but like your whole bank account on so much hot sauce and so many flavors. Because like the thing that Adele was saying before, she's got to try a lot more Australian hot sauces. There used to be none. They're really, like 20 years ago, there used to be none, and now there's so much more diversity because a good old Australian ingenuity. There's just so much thought poured into the flavors, and there's so many different flavors, I think, now too. Yeah. All right, mate. Well, let's go to the next obvious question. What's the next sauce you got there, mate?
Next one. So look, tell you what, I'll go up to Kilties.
I'm gonna rep some Gods of Sauces as well, mate. I got the smoky jerk. Loving this one. So good. I love my smoky flavors, my barbecue flavors. Like Ash was saying, I'm a bit of a hussy for it. But look, I think I got to sort of attack this with a two-pronged kind of conversation, question there, mate. I've heard, and we've heard through the grapevine that you've got a bit of a backstory behind how you sort of got into this whole crazy chili community, and I want you to sort of tell us where you got the name from. So we'll finish that question. We've got your name. So tell us a bit of your backstory as to how you sort of came to this process, and then sort of tell us where you got this name from, mate. So cheers,
cool,
mate.
cool, right. Yeah, so I'll start off with well, how did Uncle Mungos come to be? So it was an accident, really. It was just purely an accident. One day, so about 3 years ago, I was a stay-at-home dad. I was down at the local Coles and I saw some Carolina Reapers on sale. So grabbed them. They're like 90 cents for a packet. So bought them, walked around, grabbed some other ingredients and went up to a $2 shop and bought some glass bottles and just spent the afternoon cooking up some sauce, just for something to do. I put the pictures of my little school holiday activity with my kids on Facebook, and mates started messaging me asking to buy it. So I turned $30 into 150 overnight. So I thought I might do that again. So I took that 150, turned that into 400, and it's just gone from there. So yeah, and the name Uncle Mungo, that's what my nephews call me. So for the last 7-8 years now, 8 maybe 9 years. So when my sister was pregnant with her first child, she was sitting there reading a baby naming book, and she's just rattling off names like Andrew, Marcus, Thomas. It was Mungo. Who the fuck would call their child Mungo? And everyone looked at me. I've always been known as that slightly weird, slightly inappropriate uncle. So I was forever known as Uncle Mungo. So when it came time to naming the business, had to be Uncle Mungo. So
I feel quite kindred with you in that one, mate. My sister had a kid too, so now I'm the uncle, and I feel like I'm going to turn into like the Uncle Buck kind of character later on. And everyone, I got a feeling everyone like, oh, who's your Uncle Buck of the family? Like this guy, feel that. Well, look, that's a pretty good sort of good thing to hear. And it's good to hear those kind of lighter things. And I got to say again, like, kudos to the whole single dad thing, mate. I got to say, like, my heart goes out to a lot of single parents out there.
Oh, hold on.
I know not now.
Yeah.
I know not now. But I'm saying, like, obviously at the start there, you went through some pretty rough stuff. So look, speaking of rough stuff, I want to delve into a bit of a darker question, matey. But let's just sort of show what sauce we've got now. So I've got the Yaki 100 from Fire and Gourmet Chili. This is an absolute classic. Which one you got there, mate?
Got habanero ketchup.
Oh, yum! I've tried most of your range as well, mate. I absolutely love it too. I fell in love with it. And I love this Yaki Blue 100 as well. This was only supposed to be 100 bottles, but as everyone knows, with Adrian, he went to 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. I don't know how many now. He's probably sold more than 20,000, something ridiculous. But he just obviously made it a permanent fixture as well. But something you sort of told me before, you've had a bit of a full-on life. And I'm not going to say you led a double life, but before you got into sources and things like that, you went through some pretty hard times, and everyone sort of sometimes hits rock bottom, or some people say they hit rock bottom before they hit these crazy achievements. Do you want to tell us about this crazy rock bottom moment? They sort of, and like I've heard this rumor that Chili sort of saved you in that kind of scenario. So I want you to delve into that bit, mate. So cheers, buddy. We'll eat these ones, and you tell us a bit about that one.
Yeah. So that one just got me in the back of the throat. Yeah. So I mean, basically, like, I was, for lack of a better word, I was a junkie. I was, so from the ages of 14 to 28, I was an addict. I was I was mainly addicted to alcohol, but then whenever drugs would come up, I wouldn't shy away from them, so I acquired quite a serious addiction to prescription painkillers, OxyContin, morphine, stuff like that. So well, all of my adult life, so from the ages of 14 to 28, there honestly wasn't a day where I didn't consume a mind-altering substance. Now, I said just before about, I was I was a stay-at-home dad, for the and looking for a school holiday activity. That was because I'd just finished up 13 months in a residential rehab, and I needed something to do to keep myself occupied. So yeah, like my life up until 3 years ago was just it was just a case of lurching from crisis to crisis, really. But once I put the drinks and the drugs down, life got so much better. Like today, I can honestly sit here and talk about how good life is today. Because I have things of value today, and it isn't about the money. It isn't about this. I have friends. I have friends. I have relationship with people. The chili community in Australia is next level good.
Yeah,
I have,
I agree with that, yeah.
I've met some lifetime friends, through this. Ash, Kylie, Bree, just like everyone. You're all just so awesome. I just want to come through the camera and give you a big old kiss on the mouth. But
You can,
yeah,
you can change that song and go, Australia, fuck yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, cool, man. It sounds like you've really gone from one side of the life to the other, and you've really come out swinging and hit the ground running, kind of thing. So yeah, that Danny just said, look, you're an absolute inspiration, and look, you are, mate. You're one of those blokes you've hit rock bottom, and then you've sort of bounced, ricocheted, and come back up and seen the light. And it's actually saying, stop, you're making me want to tear up.
Yeah. Oh, look, because one of the things that I learned while I was in rehab, and as well with like I do continued AA meetings and stuff, is that like one in 10 people who have issues with substance abuse will get will get sober and maintain it. So the stats on it are bloody shocking. And I've just recently I've known 3 people that have gone back out, they've gone back to the old lifestyle, and they've died. And like literally that was the option for me. But I'm lucky that I have such an amazing family. Mrs. Mungo is just an amazing person. I love it. I love her to bits. And she's been a great support for me. So yeah.
And I think like there's a good point. There's a good lesson to be said with what you just said there. Like getting off an addiction, no matter what kind of addiction it is, isn't an overnight process, right? And it's not like it. You know how they say it takes a tribe to raise a child. Sometimes it takes a whole community to sort of bring someone back from the brink. And it's hard to do on your own. And it sounds like from your experience yourself, it wasn't one person that helped you. It was a multitude of people that did help you. And so
100%.
it's one of those things where you got to go. Well, if one of your mates is struggling, you got to be there for them. And it's not. You can't just go, oh, don't do that anymore. It doesn't work like that. It takes time. And like, how long did you say you've been sober
now? 3 years, 3 months, and look, a few days. I'm not sure how long, but over 3 years. And honestly, if you'd said to me 5 years ago that, hey Tom, you will have 3 years of sobriety up, you'll be running your own business, you'll have friends, you'll have a really good life, I would have laughed in your face and said, mate, whatever you're on, give me some. But
and I guess look, that's another probe. Another question I wanted to ask you on this. I'll get off the dark horse a bit quick after this question, but with drugs and addiction and things like that, like you said, you're at the 3-year mark or 3.5 years, was it right? So I don't want to rob you of your time, mate. No way.
No, you're right.
Yeah, but no. Look, for those that are out there, is it a bit of a warning? Do you want to sort of give them a heads up and go with a bit of advice? Does it get easier, and does it require more discipline over time or less discipline? Like, what are some quick tips there? So let's delve into our next sources here, and we'll give us a couple of tips on that one. So next one I got is Kilties. I'm a big fan of the Kilties as well. This is my third bottle of barbecue chipotle. Absolutely freaking loving this stuff.
I'm
Not
gonna
mega
go
hot.
for
Wow, great flavor.
hillbilly chili, extra hot, sweet chili. This one is honestly like I can foresee a multitude of awards being won for this one. Made here in Victoria by a bloke named Gary Jensen. Hit him up if you want like a Mungo approved hot sauce. That is just it's next level good. So yeah. The question. Look, I mean. Hold on. There you go.
Cheers.
Oh, that's good.
Mm.
Yeah, so, mate, look, first off, it does get easier. It does. Like, put down that drink or that drug, your life will get better. I will give you a written guarantee that your life will get better if you don't drink or drug. And you don't need to, like, just literally just do it for one day at a time. Like, it sounds so foreign, but if you just don't drink or drug for one day at a time, your life will get better because then tomorrow, that's one day at a time. The day after that, but if anybody's ever struggling with anything, shoot me a message on the Uncle Mungos page. I will talk to you at whatever day or night because I've been there. I will give you some tips of how I got through it. And like seriously, just have a look at the Uncle Mungos pages. You can see me with Mrs. Mungo, me with the kids. I've such a good life today. And it's all thanks to getting clean and sober, and my life has just gotten better.
Right.
So
for those of you that might be watching, whatever like that, I know some places people might have a bit of success or hit and miss with some organizations or charities like that. You got any good ones you want to just throw out there that you reckon that sort of really work for you?
Oh, look, honestly, man, everyone's different. But look, like hit up AA. There is a AA meeting anywhere in the world. It's a global it's a global organization. Anywhere you can go, you can get it. And see what I learned through going to AA. I learned that I wouldn't have picked up the drugs if I hadn't have been drinking in the first place. And at my local meetings, there's quite a few people who their substance of abuse, their problem substance wasn't alcohol. It was either methamphetamine or heroin or whatever. But they come to AA because they've learned they wouldn't have picked up that drug if they hadn't have, years back, hadn't have picked up that first drink. But
I hear that a lot, don't you? Like you hear
Yeah.
that, like people say that like weed is a bit of a gateway drug, but people forget that alcohol is a drug first, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that's sort of the gateway drug, and you're already using a drug before you using a drug, and a lot of people don't get that as well.
Yeah.
So it's a good point that you made that.
Yeah. But look, basically, if you're struggling with any kind of substance problems, speak out to someone. Let sorry, Crookshanks. Speak out to someone. Let someone know. Say, hey, I'm not okay. Because it is okay to not be okay, and a problem shared is a problem halved, and I can guarantee you, everybody else has worked out your problem, that you're an alcoholic or you're a drug addict long before you knew it. No joke.
Yeah.
You think that you think that you're so clever getting away with it. No, everyone knows. Just listen to old Uncle Mungo. He'll let you know. Yes, Michael.
Right. Ciggy's a gateway drug too.
Yeah. Ciggies like smoking is the one thing that I haven't been able to kick yet. That nicotine is a bastard. I was able to give up gear. I was able to give up a 2 bottle of vodka a day habit. But I can't kick the bloody ciggies. I'm trying though. So
wow, there you go. All right, well let's jump off this the dark bandwagon. Get to just something a bit more lighter. So the next source I got here, I got Tracy Chilli's Obsession New Aussie Gold. I haven't tried this one yet. which I'm keen to. I'm going to do a bit of a review and stuff like that as well. So I won't delve or too much into it or say too much. But I hear it's got a few extra little tidbits in it, and it's completely what I'm really happy to hear as well. It's 100% made in Australia, 100%
nice.
products made in Australia, things like that. What one you got there, mate?
I've got my Butcherlockia barbecue.
Nice.
Yeah, so this one, took out first place in the International Flavor Awards. I think Ash, the Chili Titan, bathes in this stuff. He froths over it.
This is the thing. Ash was when I first met Ash. The first time I met him, he won one of the prizes off Burnin Bites, right? And I delivered the prize to him face to face, and he was going, "If you haven't seen this Uncle Mungo stuff yet, you need this in your life." And he showed me, and he goes, "No. I said, "I haven't tried it." He goes, "No, I can't know you, and you can't be doing this or know Billy without tasting this Uncle Mungo." So you tried it, I was going, "Wow." And that was the one I tried. And so he got me into it, mate. So you got to thank Ash for that. Thank you very much, Ash, for introducing me to Uncle Mungo's. You've got me onto the addiction, and I won't get off the train anytime soon. It's definitely an addiction that I definitely enjoy being involved in. So yeah, that's one thing I can say.
Yeah.
Thank you again, Ash. Yeah. All right. So you sort of delved into a bit before, and I just want you to sort of elaborate a bit more on it as well. Another sort of two-pronged kind of question, but look, let's elaborate a bit more on what got you into chili making and sauce making, and what do you think separates you from other sauce makers, mate? So let's go. Cheers. And you delve on this one.
Cheers. Keep the laptop on charge, please.
That's great. Aussie gold. That's even better than the last one, the Trace. Thank you very much for that. So good.
So what got me into making it? I mean that school holiday activity, and then just basically working out that I could make money off it. Because I'd gone from being a working father, and to a stay-at-home parent. And sorry, my daughter's just plugging in my laptop because it's about to die. Thank you.
I was thinking, are you getting? Looks like your laptop just got possessed. Then I was like, what's happening there? They're here.
So I got from
good chili, mate. Good chili.
Oh, that ghost is getting me at the back of the throat. So basically, I worked out that I could make money off it after being always a working parent. My wife was now the working parent, and so just started out as a little bit of a side hustle to being a stay-at-home dad, and it just bloody went from there. So what was the second part of that question?
The second part of the question, I just sort of wanted to see, because why I keep giving you a lot of kudos is because you seem to have this interesting balance between the heat levels and the flavors. What do you think separates you between different sauce makers with that aspect, or just in general? Because it's so rare to see someone who seems to get that balance and understand it and keep pushing forward with it with so many different flavors.
Yeah, so I mean, I worked in hospitality for 10 years. As a kitchen hand and then a chef. So, I've always been able to cook. I've always loved creating something from nothing. Just looking at a cup and going, there's nothing there, but then making something amazing from it. So, with sauces, I love it because there is endless possibilities of what you can do. I could just rattle off, a million things right now. You have, fruit-based sauces or savory sauces or, garlic ones or using or weird or making weird and wacky ones. So with my products, I usually, I start out by making the flavor base first and then work out a way, what type of chili works well with this. So yeah, that's what I usually do, bar COVID-19, which is just I just aim for pure pain with that one.
Well, I have to comment on that because, and I'm going to have some of that later as well. A lot of sauces that have got heat in them that usually would have a great flavor seem to be tainted a bit by extracts and things like that. Have you got
Yeah.
something to say about extracts being involved with the process? Because
Um,
it's very easy. It's very easy to throw it in and go, yep, that'll whack some heat in, but it doesn't do the flavor any favors. What do you?
yeah. I mean, look, if you want to use extract in your sauce, use extract in your sauce. Like, that's up to you. Personally, I won't do it because um I don't feel the need for it. Like, say, even with my hottest one, COVID-19, I could make that hotter. I could, because a lot of people try that and they say, "Oh, that isn't a 19 out of 10," right? See, like my heat ratings are made for the general public, or average-ish kind of people, not the people that munch down reapers and scorpions. So um, I could add extract. I mean, I could actually add pure crystal capsaicin. I have a way of adding in pure heat to food without that extract taste. But I don't really see the need for it, because then you're just going to ruin your meal. So yeah.
Yeah, fair call. Yeah, because back when we first were starting BBDU, we had a bit of a crew, and one of the other guys, I sort of shout out to it, Sriracha Sean. He liked cooking, having a bit of a combo with some kangaroo meat, and he kept putting Blair's Ultra Death sauce in, and like I don't want to diss Blair, but mate, the flavor of that was just not
Yeah.
enjoyable,
Yeah.
And so I'm like, yeah, cool, dude, I get it, it's hot, but
Yeah.
it's not doing anything for flavor wise. Yeah, fair enough, buddy.
Yeah.
All right, mate. Yeah. So let's delve into this next one here, man. I got Viking chilies Freya's fire
Yeah. Nice.
here.
I'm
What's the one
I'm
you got
gonna
there,
go
mate?
a bit of God's sauces, Korean hot sauce.
Oh, nice.
Mm.
And so look,
Shout
the
out.
question. Yep.
Yeah, just
I
shout
shout
out
out.
to Shay. See, mate, you make tippy top.
So the chocolate box. Oh, Kylie's asking, have you still got the chocolate box in stock?
No, I don't at the moment. I usually either make them, around, Christmas, Father's Day, and whatever. I do actually have the Herb and Chili Festival coming up in March, which so I will be making some of them. So, oh God, this month's going quick. Yeah, I'll be making some in a few weeks. So, touch base with me, Kylie. I'll sort you out.
Yeah, fair enough. All right. So the question I want to ask you, Matty, is and I think everyone seems to have one of these stories. I've got one. I think we really will do. But the question is, look, what's your worst chili experience? Everyone, I think, especially sauce makers, because they've just dabbled in some pretty evil shit, And
Yeah,
from some of the things that you've played with, I've got a feeling that you've dabbled in some pretty evil shit. So I want to
yeah.
know what's your worst chili experience, mate. So here's, buddy.
Um,
We'll eat this one first, yeah. Oh, fresh fire. So good.
that
Love that lemon tang.
mm, that sesame oil bloody makes that. Um, I've got a couple. But I don't really know if they involve chili as per se. It's more 16 million Scoville pure crystal capsaicin. Um,
How to do it, yeah.
so like I managed to get a hold of I think it was about 20 grams, and I was working out how to use it. Because funny thing about crystals, you can't just eat them. They don't do anything. If you eat it by itself, if you dissolve it in ethanol or glycerin, then eat it, then it works. So um, yeah, when I was doing the testing batches for my yeah nah challenge, I made up some chocolate. I just chucked some crystal in, and it didn't work. Called up the bloke, and I'm like, mate, this isn't even hot. It doesn't work. And he's like, yeah, yeah. And he explained about the ethanol and stuff. So I got a bit of ethanol into it, and like no joke, like I'd use probably 1 gram of crystal to a kilogram of chocolate, and put some ethanol in, mix it all up, and I thought, oh, and I just like joke, I got a spoon like that, and I went straight in, and I've um I've caught pepper spray to the face before, and it was worse than that. It was the worst thing. Oh, it instantly sucked. Like, went in, I had it, I spat it out straight away. Instantly started hiccuping, and now all of this happened while I was by myself up at the kitchen that I rent. So I immediately went into panic mode. My body started rejecting it. I'm like, I started spewing, and I'm like, oh no, how do I drive to the
To the hospital.
to the hospital? And then like I almost instantly started getting serious cap cramps. So I grabbed a loaf of bread, went through this little room that has a sofa, and just laid down and just started shivering and forcing bread in, and eventually it went away. And after that, I learned how bloody powerful this stuff is. I think Kylie will know quite well about the
Oh,
brutalness of.
she's told me a story. Oh, anyone to know what's going on? Yeah, nah. Oh,
Uh,
us Kylie. So actually, that topic there, matey. So you said there was 1 mil that went into a kilo of the year nah when you first won. How much do you put of this 16 mil capsaicin in the year nahs now in the year nah tank?
well, each one now, has about 250 milligrams per 10 gram block. So it's you're looking at between 0.1 to 0.2 of a gram per 10 gram block. The second batch that I did, the one that Kylie had, that one had a bit more, of which I'm sorry for, Kylie. But look, I have done my research on this, and I have actually spoken with Allianz, who are my business insurance, and the lethal dose the lethal dose for capsaicin is 47 milligrams per kilogram of body weight. So basically, a 100 kilo person would need to eat about 5 grams of pure crystal to die. So it isn't going to kill you, but it's gonna get you.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
And so because like I've heard some wild things from the year nah. I heard one person was telling me they tried the year nah, they just licked it and they got stomach cramps. I was like, that's
Yeah.
a hell of a that's a
Yeah.
hell of a boast for a
Yeah.
competition.
So honestly, it's brutal. It sucks. It hurts. Don't do it. And I keep telling people not to do it, and they're like, and then they keep doing it. I am Kylie.
Really
I'm
says,
sorry.
And Drew Smitty Smith says you're an evil bastard. So speaking of evil, mate, we've actually asked Mr. Mungo here, Tom Russell. He's going to throw in a very special round in our Australian Chili Championships, sponsored by BURNIN Down Under. One of the rounds is actually going to include the yeah nah. So I'm not going to say which round, but if people are brave enough, crazy enough, scary enough, or just dumb enough, I don't know what the word would be for it, they get that far, you're going to face the yeah no at some stage, and if other people are with you, you're going to have to do more than just lick it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Well, the yeah no is roughly 4.8 million Scoville. In that little 10 gram block. So it's yeah nah.
It's all yeah nah.
Yeah.
I love that. It's such an Aussie thing. It's such an Aussie statement, and to call it a yeah nah with a big bloody it's
Yeah.
Michael shelf it.
Yeah.
Oh mate, yeah. No.
I'll just puck it up there.
Fuck it up there, yeah. That'll yeah. I don't know if there's not an AA in the world that you can explain that one to. I beat the year nah twice, says Danny Wilson. Whoa,
Yeah.
there you go, Danny.
Yeah.
So you might
Danny
have
Wilson,
Danny might have an
he's
edge.
he's an absolute psychopath. Like he first time he did it, second time he did it, stone faced, just no worries, just reading through it, and I'm like, did you substitute it with something else, or what did you do? And he just brutally did it. He's an absolute legend. So,
Yeah,
and
animal.
funny fact as well. Danny Wilson is actually going for the Mungo look. If you have a look, he's got the fade happening. He's going to the side at the moment, but you watch, he'll have it tied back and up into the top knot soon enough.
I was looking at it going, that looks familiar. I don't know why. Yeah. And Drew says you're a bloody hero, apparently, Danny. All right, mate, let's delve into the next one here. So I've got the next source here. This one's from 13 Angry Scorpions in Brisbane. The old Jekyll and Hyde. It's an absolute award winner itself. Lovely barbecue sauce, packed with a lot of heat. This worm. All right.
So I've got my garlic butcherlock here. packed full garlic, garlic, Worcestershire, brown sugar, roast capsicum. So it's a good all rounder. This one goes awesome as a pizza base or in with pasta. So yeah.
Good one. All right, mate. So the question I want to ask you now is, look, what's your proudest chili moment? We just said your worst one. What was your proudest chili moment? And what is your proudest, the product you're most proud of as well? All right, so cheers, mate. We'll eat this one
Cheers.
first. Danny says he suffered for his celebration.
Ooh. Oh, now just I've only been having Chipotle for seriously like the last 3 months, so like I haven't had any super hot. So these are actually starting to get me. Yeah. So proud of chili moment.
Can I just say that with that, when you say you're feeling the burn, I can feel that a lot of people that you've burned are watching you and seeing the karma come across your face. And all the time that you've absolutely wrecked them, they're like, yes. They're like, yes, you burn.
Yeah. So I've got probably like two really proud moments. One of them is winning awards. Winning the Mr. Chili and the International Flavor Awards. I'm to get recognition. Feels amazing. I've got the drool so bad right now. To get recognition.
Payback's a bitch.
Yeah. It feels amazing. And because I've just shared where I've come from. So to go from a scumbag junkie basically to getting recognition. Feels amazing. But second part is, so Mini Mungo. Well, one of Mini Mungo's Lily.
There.
There she is. Yeah. So Mini Mungo here.
There you go, Mini Mungo.
She has seen her old man, doing all of this, and she's worked out the value of having a product, having a good product, and selling it. So one of my proudest things out of this is, her at 11 years old, she started up her own business. She makes bath fizzes and glosses and stuff, and she's taught herself Photoshop, similar thing to me. She does all of her pitching and stuff.
Oh, we're losing you, buddy.
I'll chuck up her. I'll chuck up. Whoop.
There we go. You're back, mate. Yeah.
There we are. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'll chuck up her social medias later on so everyone can follow. So here we are. We got Gloss Boss.
Nice.
So yeah, so everyone get on it. I'll chuck a post up on Uncle Mungo's. Give her a follow. Give her some love. So yeah, but that nothing makes me prouder than seeing my kids being happy and achieving things in their life. So yeah.
That's one thing I do want to say a bit of shout out to you, matey. You're no stranger to making your own logos yourself, your own labels and that. You do them yourself, and you've designed quite a few different designs and things for people as well. So it's amazing to see that you keep on. You didn't just sort of milk the chili community for everything. You keep on contributing too, which is quite amazing. It's good to see.
Yeah.
It's good to see another brother sort of adding to the chili community as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, because like my label's like so the whole business started from $30. Like I spent that initial $30 and then haven't spent anything else out of my own pocket on it.
Wow.
So when it came time for branding, I went and got some quotes, and people were charging a few hundred, a few thousand for labels and stuff. And I thought I don't have that, so I went, I went and brought a very legal version of Photoshop from a local market. It cost me $10. It's very legit, and then just learnt how to use it on YouTube. Just stayed up for hours and hours every night and just learnt all the little tips and tricks.
That's right. So, like Ash's Movember, mate. That was absolutely legendary. Yeah, good on you for that, mate. That was so good to see you helping out with that, mate. Because you had that massive logo with so many different logos and What on it,
Yeah,
mate?
yeah,
That was amazing. Yeah,
yeah, and
and
like
you designed, and you gave the proceeds from the that flavor of yours, mate. That
yeah,
was fantastic.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Oh,
big kudos.
I like to give back as well, and like I've gotten there's quite a few people in the chili community that have logos that I've made because I like to do things for for my friends. Even just last night, one of the restaurants that I supply to, he messaged me and he's like, "I'll pay you to design me some business cards." I'm like, "Shut up, you pay me. I'll just I just did it for him."
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. No, fair call, mate.
yeah,
All right, buddy. Well, let's delve into this next one here. The next one I've got is Dr. Paul's from Western Australia, the old Ruby's Reaper.
nice.
This one's good. I remember this one actually surprised Mr. Matador one time. I introduced it to him, and he's gone, "Whoa, that one's got a lot of bang for your buck." So I'm not going to say it took him out of the game, but it certainly surprised him. Far
Yeah.
out. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Oh, mate.
I've here got the mango reaper. So the OG
Mm.
recipe, the one that I just thought up off the top of my head at my local Coles, that is has won an award and that birthed Uncle Mungos. So
Wow.
yeah,
I got to say, like, I'm not a huge mango fan. My sister absolutely froths mangoes, and she'll eat them every day, every day, every day.
yeah,
But that really impressed me. That flavor. It's
mm,
hard to get a good fruity profile
yeah,
to go well with a hot sauce, and that did it for me, man. So
yeah.
big kudos on that one. So on that note, I wanted to ask you. So you've dabbled in a lot of different products and making them like that. I wanted to know what's the hardest products you've had to make, like they've been hardest to make versus the easiest, mate. So we'll eat this one first, and you go to that question.
Um, Sweet. Now you guys are probably in for a laugh here because there it is. I haven't had replay. I'm good. I'm not crying. You're crying. That's just grabbed me by the back of the throat.
That's Reaper
Oh,
for you.
it's only going to get worse. Um, so hardest. I don't know. Like, see, I mean, I've like cooking for me is easy. Like, some people find it like some people burn water, but then some people find it easy. For me, cooking's easy. Oh, you put me on the spot with this one. Um, hardest thing. Hardest thing I was probably getting the um getting that crystal in there properly because with that because I explained before about needing to dissolve it in ethanol. Who told you about my third one, Michael? um yeah and uh, uh yeah, so when I was
He's
you know
struggling already, buddy.
yeah, I'm trying to think. Yeah. So, they said about alcohol, so I just, I went and got one of those little bottles of vodka, and I did that. But then if you put water into chocolate, it seizes up. So then I need to find something with really high alcohol content, like as near pure as possible. And I got some 95% pure. Same thing happened. It seized up. So I needed pure absolute alcohol,
Wow.
of which that is actually it's a controlled substance. You can't just buy pure ethanol. Um,
No.
and I ended up just I was driving down near an industrial part in Croydon in my suburb, and I drove past a place that said lab on the front. I wonder. So I just walked in. I said, "Do you guys use ethanol?" Yeah. I'm like, can I trade you some sauce for and the guy's like, yeah, I love hot sauce. So yeah,
Wow.
so that was the key to it. That was the most difficult, but
What was the easiest, you reckon, mate?
um oh, probably all of them, to be honest. Like, there was I've never really had a sauce that was really hard. I've like each one I've spent 1, 2, 3 months tweaking it. So each one I've done 6, 12 batches of it until it finally reaches the product that I'm happy with. But that's not really hard. It's just tweaking it. So I don't really know if
Just
that's an answer, but
bit of perseverance, I think. Yeah.
yeah.
All right,
Mm.
fair enough. Fair enough. All right, mate. So, are you ready? Do you think you're going to survive another sauce? Have you got more in
I'll
you?
be good. I'll be right. I'll be
Here we go. All
right.
right, all right. Well, the next one I got, guys, is Cobra Chili's Fever. This is rated 1.64 million Scoville. So starting to get up there now. We're going to get the sweats. If I haven't got the sweats already, I feel my nose is on fire. Somehow, I always manage to either wipe my nose or wipe my eye every time. So this time, I've wiped my nose like an idiot that I am, and definitely lit up my nose and feel it. If it's not running from the nostrils, it's running from sweat on top of it. So it's running from sweat on top of this time. Yeah. Well, look, matey. Like you're saying, we just sort of said before. You actually end up sponsoring a few people. Sorry, what flavor you got there, mate? That's the raspberry.
So I've got
scorpion.
blueberry scorpion.
Blueberry scorpion. Yeah, she's a good flavor too. That one. I would whack on ice cream, dude. That was really that impressed me. You know, because look, she is hot. Yeah, Mungo's a tweaker. Yeah, she's hot. She's hot, but she's got some really good sugary flavor to it. And I'm like, mate, I'll just whack that on my ice cream, mate. That's bloody what a combo. And then you can just sit there going, hot, cold, hot, cold. I love that combo, yeah. But the one thing I wanted to sort of delve into, mate, you've sponsored a few people, you've created a few challenges. You know, let's delve into a bit of that. But I want to know, how do you manage to do all this crazy stuff, these amazing things that you do, and have a work family life balance kind of thing. So let's talk about to that, mate. So we'll cheers first, buddy.
Yeah, so
right. It always blows my mind to see sauce producers actually burn. To see you guys are actually human as well.
Yes. We can't all be Danny Wilson with the bloody poker face. Geez, what'd you ask? Right, yeah. So, you know, work-life balance. I mean, look, I've explained my history. Like, I would pack so much. Like right, when you're living as an addict, you are juggling 50 balls at once. You know, and that is, you know, hiding this and doing this and doing this. So, you know, running a business it's easy. It really is. I mean, it's not easy, but it's easier than the previous 14 years of my life. God, my lips hurt really bad right now.
Starting to feel it, mate.
Yeah.
Eddie Wilson says he can't play poker, but he's got the face down pat.
Go fish.
Danny used thunder with the best of us. Ooh, snap, Drew.
Yeah. Yeah. So you know, I'll get the family involved. You know, it's school holidays down here at the moment. So, you know, the mini Mungos have been coming to school with have been coming to work with me. You know, and I've put them to work. You know, like, you know, they've you know, like I pay that. God damn.
Trying to feel it.
Yeah, you know, I'll sling him a bit of cash to help me label up some bottles, and so yeah.
Give Danny a century egg and the poker face is gone. Boy, he's still just going to 6 just out of 10. Oh, that sucking on a reaper takes the heat away from your sauce. You're funny, Mikey. You're funny, you bugger. All right, go to the mini Mungos. All right, mate. Well, look, that was good. It's good to hear that kind of stuff, mate. So, look, let's delve into the next sauce. I've got your very own COVID-19, guys. If you guys haven't tried this, go out and get this. Order it online. This is quite an amazing sauce. I love how cheeky you've whacked the reaper there on it. It's holding the heart, but he's even got a mask on there. He's got a COVID mask. Brilliant. I love the Australian humour that you've got. Like, it just sort of shows off and shows that our Australian humour. And then at the same time, like, she is a bloody hot sauce, but she's so well balanced for a heat level. Like, I got to say again, mate, big kudos, big ups. It smells good. It tastes good, you know. And every time I eat it, I'm going, man, that's such a good sauce, you know. So I just wanted to say that to you one more time before we both can't talk properly. That wow, again. Yeah, but look, the question I wanted to ask you, matey, for your next one, I saw which one you got there. Sorry, stuff there in studio.
I've got top shelf, so 13 out of 10.
Nice. So, got fond memories of that one too. She's bloody good too. Yeah. So look, the question I want to ask you, matey, is you know, you're now a pretty solid sauce maker out there. You're getting a well more well known. Chili's something that messed me too. But what advice would you give there for future sauce makers and people that want to start from going to dabbling or want to dabble into the stuff to trying to go pro? What advice would you give those sauce makers? So let's eat this one first, mate.
That's gonna roll me. Yeah. Oh, look, do your homework. There is so much legally that goes into being able to sell bottles. It isn't as easy as cook something, chuck a label on it, sell it. I mean, you could, but you're going to risk a massive fine, from local council for not adhering to food regulations. I'm drooling so much right now. But look, if you have a product that you are passionate about, the market is big enough for everybody. Like even so, Hillbilly Chili, Gary Jansen. He's a good mate of mine. He started out as a customer. We started chatting. He started dabbling. Just making some sauces, and he started up his own business. And his stuff is good. It's really, really good. So if you have confidence in your products, if you think that they will sell, by all means go for it. Just make sure that you do it right. Because it's my pet peeve, like just seeing home cooks. I mean, like cook from home by all means, but when you just when you're mass producing bottles in an unregistered kitchen, with non legally compliant labels, you don't have any business insurance. Like it annoys the crap out of me. Like no joke.
You're just asking for it though, aren't you? You're waiting to get
Yeah.
belted legally, right?
Yeah. I mean, because I spent about $5,000 just on testing and licensing and all of this stuff just before I could sell one bottle of sauce.
Look, can I settle a rumor here with you? Because you're a sauce producer, you might have a bit of intel on this one. I had a rumor that if you don't prepare the capsaicin properly, or you let it go off, or the ferment goes wrong, that it can be quite poisonous. Actually, mate, is that true?
Oh yeah. Oh well, all right. So I don't ferment, but like with almost any packaged product, there is a risk of botulism. Now, botulism.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. So botulism, that's what basically they inject you with when you have Botox, because it freezes your nerves.
Wow.
But right, botulism is dangerous.
See, that explains why I got no wrinkles. No, I'm just kidding.
You look fantastic.
I just got botulism. Stop it.
Yeah, but if you don't have your pH right, if your cleaning practices aren't proper, if you haven't sterilized them properly, there is a risk of growing botulism in that bottle while it's in the shelf, and that will kill you. That's where my main grievance with people, doing cowboy cooking, just running it unregulated, because you don't know, like like I worked in hospitality for years, so I'm a stickler for OH&S. But it isn't worth like literally risking people's lives, to make $5. So
yeah, and it reminds me of that line out of what was it? The Dark Knight, where the what's it called? The Scarecrow guys got the he's dealing with drugs, but he's the only drug dealer left in Gotham, right? And the mafia guy throws his guys, they're freaking out. He goes, "Look what your drugs did to my customer. Repeat customers. Come on." They're like, I can imagine stores going, "Look what your sauce did to my customer. Come on, repeat customer."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Oh, that's so true." Like if you're going to make people sick, it's not going to do anyone favors, including yourself. You're killing your own name. And if you want to build a good brand, like you said, you've got to do it legit. You've got to be a legit kitchen. You've got to get a commercial license, commercial kitchen. It sucks for a while, but like you said, you do the hard yards and then it pays off later. But you've got to do the hard yards first.
Yeah. So, yeah.
All right. Awesome, mate. All right, buddy. Well, we've got 2 more to go. Are you excited? You're just like, oh, I don't know how I'm going to go. So my next one, mate, is Where's the Dunny? Right, by Rob Dunn, Australian Extreme Chili Condiments. Bloody hot stuff, and a bloody awesome bloke as well.
Cool.
I wish Rob Dunn, I better say Rob, all the best. He's had a pretty crazy 2020, and I hope his 2021's even better. Is way better.
Mm.
What do you got there, mate?
I've got your last one. I've got COVID-19 here.
Ooh, here we go. This will be interesting.
Yeah, I've actually just realised that I incorrectly counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1 second. Hey, Lil.
So counting isn't the strong suit, but cooking is. Check.
Can you grab me one sauce out of the fridge? Grab me one sauce out of the fridge. Sorry, I'll finish up on COVID-19, I reckon.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm just
cool.
yeah.
What are you going to do with it for now, mate?
I don't know. I've just asked Mini Mungo. They're just going to grab a random one out of the fridge for me.
That's right, Danny.
Yeah, mate.
Where's the Dunny? Where's the Dunny? Certainly lights most people up. Even seasoned chili heads. It's pretty warm. Sure.
Yeah.
I reckon that's probably near the 2 million mark there as well. The Where's the Dunny? She's bloody hot.
Awesome, as. No worries. Well,
what do you got there, mate?
Mini Mungo has just grabbed out his favorite one. The first one that I did, that was Chipotle barbecue. Dude, can you grab just any other one that isn't mine? Okay. Cool. Yeah, doesn't matter if it's mine. Just anyone, buddy.
Kylie, do yourself a favour. Try it. Where's not Where's the Dunny? Try it Australian extreme chili condiments. They've got some amazing flavours, and that Where's the Dunny is certainly one of the. It's so hot. But even again, like it's one of those rare ones where it's enjoyable for its heat level because it's bloody hot, but it's bloody tasty as well.
Yeah.
Any that isn't mine.
Mini Mungo has got from me Gods of Sauces, that demonic.
Yes. And I gotta say, big shout out to Shay Cooper for that one. And Davo. That's a really good sauce for the level of heat that it is too. Like that really stunned me because I was thinking, oh, this is gonna wipe me out. And look, it's bloody hot, but geez, it's tasty. Yeah. All right, mate. So, look, the question I want to ask you just real quickly, look, what's in the future for old Uncle Mungos, mate? So we'll eat this one, mate. Cheers.
What's in the future? Just moving on to bigger and better things, I guess. Like I've recently upgraded my equipment, so I've gone from 12.5 litre pots up to I've now got a 50 litre pot. Now I've got two 50 litre pots. So just I've pumped out. I can increase production now. I'm not going to add to my range. Basically, like there is some other companies around there that have a lot of sources, and I don't really see the point of having anything more than 12 or 13 products. Even for me, I reckon that 12 or 13 might be pushing it a bit.
You're more of the school of quality over quantity kind of thing.
Yeah. I mean, look. I think of it this way. Like, if a customer's going to go to my website or walk up to me in a market and they're going to say, 40 different chili sauces, they're going to say, where do I start? What do I do? So I don't want to overcomplicate it. And then as well, I don't really see the point of having all of my money tied up in stock when I have all of these sauces, So like, I stick with what is tried and tested. I've had a couple of sauces come and go that just didn't sell as well. People liked them, but they didn't move as fast as the others. So I just kaput. But I do have on the horizon. I've got some Uncle Mungo snapback hats coming. I'm trying out a new supply for them, and if they're all good, I'll probably do a giveaway for that.
I've actually got your hoodie on the way too, mate. By the way.
Yeah.
Can't wait to try that out. That'd be great.
Yeah. So but look, a lot of my products, I just think, hey, that'll work. I just randomly think up something and go from there. The pickles are on the way as well. I'm just waiting for the wholesale price of of cukes to come down, and then I'm gonna buy a pallet of cukes and to make up a massive batch. Like a pallet of cukes is so much, but yeah. So
like you say, quality. So apparently everyone's got a good rep on the cukes. So what do you think of the cukes, mate? Are they the best pickles out
oh,
there, or
they are. Oh no, I don't know. I don't know. I hate pickles. I
me too,
think
mate?
I think they are the devil's vegetable. They are disgusting. They should be burnt and gotten rid of. And but just because I don't like them doesn't mean that other people don't. So all of the feedback that I've got so far has been really really popular. Or really really positive. And yeah, so I'm going to be doing 2, maybe 3 different heat levels with him. So cayenne, habanero, and then reaper. I might just change it down to habanero and reaper. I don't know. I'll see how I go. But so far the flavour has been good. The crunchiness has been good, and yeah. So
Yeah, fair right. All right, mate. Well, let's get into our last one, matey. I don't know if you're aware, we've got our last segment there. This one is Scorpion Strike on steroids. It says in the bottle 2.25 million Scoville. So this one is bloody freaking hot. And I've had some fun times on this one. Many a bloody time. And and I've wrecked some people doing this one as well. Come on. This has been cheeky not coming out. Come on. Yeah, bugger. Here we go. Yeah. So when you put this stuff on your food, you certainly know about it. Bloody hell. But mate, our last segment here, matey. Fuzzy facts. Have you heard anything about that one? You know anything about that one?
nah,
All right. So fuzzy facts, mate. Basically, we get presented some what's it called, facts about Australia from our fuzzy friends, and you just got to try and answer them true or false. And this season, hey Terry, how you going? That's mine. Terry. All right. Thanks, Terry. Terry's just given us some 10 fuzzy facts, so facts about Australia, and you just got to try and answer them true or false while you're burning the shit out of yourself, mate. And me too. I'm gonna be burning with you. So without further ado, let's go and eat this one, and you and I are gonna try and get through these 10 questions.
Oh,
so you ready, mate? All right.
Let's go.
3, 2, 1. All right. Bushstone curlews are nicknamed deathbirds for their high-pitched wailing sounds that they make at night. True or false?
True.
That's true, mate.
Yeah.
Right. How you doing so far? Burn a bit?
Let's get that.
There are only 20 bandicoot species left in Australia. True or false?
True.
There's actually only 7, mate. It's false.
Oh.
Yeah. It's scary, yeah. Echidnas live up to 20 years old. True or false?
False.
How old do you reckon they live?
Oh, like 7?
No, they're actually 50, mate. They live to 50 years old. Yeah, I know. That's pretty crazy. Yeah. All right. Sugar gliders survive on nectar, pollen, invertebrates, and tree sap. True or false?
True.
That's right, mate. It's bloody true. All right. The marsupial mole. Yeah, it's starting to feel it too, mate. The marsupial mole can spend up to half its life underground. True or false?
True.
It's actually false. It can spend all its life underground. How crazy is that? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Starting to feel it now. Wow. These marsupial moles can actually swim through the ground. True or false?
False.
No, it's actually true. They live in sandy regions, so the ground is loose enough to sort of swim through. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Scientists are trying to find a cure for devil facial tumor disease. This is something that affects Tasmanian devils. Is that true or false?
True.
It's true. That's right. It's actually the main reason why Tasmanian devils are dying out. A large portion of that Tasmanian devils completely died out just because of this disease. All right. 3 questions go. Cassowaries attack 50 people a year. True or false?
True.
It's actually false, mate. It's about 200. 200
yeah,
a year.
I just knew that they're an angry-looking bird, so I imagined that they would just be
Yeah. They're very peaceful, but they actually what's it, fruit? They're frutivores, but they if you don't go near them, they're fine. But as soon as you come near them, they're nuts. Right.
Yeah.
Last 2. Last death from a cassowary was 1982. True or false?
False.
It's actually, that's right. It's actually 1926 was the last death, because people started killing them, and they're so rare now. They're mostly in northern Queensland, which is horrible, but true.
Yeah.
All right, last one, mate. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sucking out a bit of water.
Yeah.
Last one. Emus are the second largest bird on the planet. True or false?
True.
True. Ostrich is bigger. They're 1.9 meters. Emu are 1.9 meters compared to an ostrich, which is 2.1 to 2.8 meters tall. Congratulations, buddy. You made it through, mate.
Woo!
Wow.
Oh,
Holy crap. Look, matey,
oh.
you made it through the fire trial. You've got 60 seconds to say whatever you want to your fans, everyone out there. What's coming up in the future for old Mungo, and what are we getting up to, mate? Just give a bit of a big shout out.
Yeah. So, keep an eye on the social media. You know, I'll be doing a few giveaways this year, and just you guys know my type of competitions. Like, give me your best meme, give me best dad jokes, and I'll give you some free stuff. I've got that coming up. Make sure you check out my my Instagram. I'll put a picture up to Mini Mungo's Gloss Boss Adventures. You know, drop and give her a like. That would mean the world. Ash, I love you, bro.
Mate, what a romance.
Yeah, and just, everyone, thank you so much for the support. And like, if you want to give it a try, jump onto unclemungos.com. I have a money back guarantee. Like literally, if you don't like it, send me an email and say, hey, I didn't like it. I'll give you money back. That is, it's a no brainer. So yeah.
Fair call, buddy. All right, mate. Well, thank you very much for joining us tonight. Thank you for enjoying the burn and sharing the stories with us as well, matey. But you have a good night, mate, and I'll let you jump in the back there, buddy. All right. See you later, mate. All right, Spice Legends, that's it for our spicy goodness tonight. Thank you so much for joining our stream and watching Burn Bites Down Under with us. We've got another awesome interview tomorrow. We've got ex-MKR chef, that's right, My Kitchen Rules, Blake Proud tomorrow. That's right, at what time we got tomorrow, Blake? 8 p.m. Sydney time. That is 5 p.m. For the old Western Australians there, and 7 p.m. for Queenslanders, Spice Legends. So definitely join us tomorrow for that one. Blake's going to be the MC for the amazing Fremantle Chili Fest. So definitely check that out, guys. Chili Fest in Fremantle. It's going to be amazing, and Blake's going to be the MC there. So, well, I have to say for now, Spice Legends, keep calm and be